This glass fibre tissue maker was given just 10 days' notice. Its gas bill would almost double. That's despite the federal government capping prices at $12 a gigajoule in the wholesale market.
There's not that much in the way of long-term contracts that are being offered, and when the long-term contracts are offered, they're at an extremely high rate.
After tense negotiations, Regina Glass is now paying $21 a gigajoule. It's having to pass on the price hike to customers and is losing business as a result.
Thailand has declined to make a purchase, and we're waiting on Taiwan to go through. If we can't get the sales through the new prices that we have to provide, it's the closure of another manufacturer in Australia.
Industry groups say producers on the East Coast have effectively suspended new sales in protest against the federal government's moves to regulate prices. The supply squeeze has led to some manufacturers facing offers as high as $60 a gigajoule when they used to pay $6 or $7.
Shell has just said it will come back into the market, but on the whole, the taps have been turned off for gas customers, and that's disappointing.
Look, certainly it's a difficult period.
The peak body for energy retailers says its members have been unable to get gas for new commercial and industrial customers.
As we understand it, it's quite widespread at the moment. The challenge, I guess, is how do we make sure that there's enough gas for customers at a price that customers are willing to pay.
About 90% of Australia's East Coast gas is controlled by 3 exporters: Shell, Origin and Santos. In January, the regulator warned them to supply cheap gas or face a $50 million fine.
Well, it certainly looks like an oligopoly. So there's plenty of gas around. It's whether they want to sell it at a fair and reasonable price.
The ongoing price pain comes as the manufacturing industry, federal government and the gas industry battle it out over a new mandatory code of conduct for gas producers, something businesses like this hope will deliver ongoing price certainty. The gas lobby is adamant no price controls are needed, and it's withholding supply while the new rules are being finalised.
The industry wants to supply the gas, but we need to understand the rules of the game, particularly when there's a $50 million penalty hanging over the industry for failure to comply with rules that are still being defined.
We've had cycles of high prices, what we thought was high prices.
Industry groups say those excuses are wearing thin.
We've been saying to them for a long time, this is a life-changing moment for many Australian companies. You can be heroes and offer them fair and reasonable pricing, or you can be the villain and be belligerent and price gouge them. Now, up to this point in time, they've been the latter.
For households, getting off gas is a lot easier than it is for manufacturers. Philip Vassalow's family are taking matters into their own hands.
Getting rid of those gas heaters and things, we've seen our gas usage go down substantially and therefore the costs go down.
Fighting inflation as East Coast gas producers battle with the federal government to keep prices high.